Welcome back to
Bonus episode.
the bonus episode is all about free books, freebies, free promos, in series
Mhm.
free.
Loss
And
leaders.
yes, does it work? Is it effective? And what is the best way to, in our opinion or your opinion, to use that as a marketing tool?
Yes.
To kick us off, maybe let's discuss the different ways that you can create a freebie or have a free book or offer a free book to readers.
Yeah. So the free book strategy works very well if you have, like, let's say a 6 book series. Then you can spend money on it and even though the first book is free, you can get a good return. So that's why BookBub feature deals are so great, because you can discount that first book and then you get the read through. And BookBubs are very expensive, but you almost always make your money back plus extra. So
Yeah.
free, and then of course you get so many new readers if you do that kind of promotion. So I love first in series free, but I don't make it perma free.
Okay, which is just for those that don't know what that is.
When you have your book set at free permanently, to get people into the series, it used to work really, really well a few years ago. And I think like everyone was doing it. But now there are so many free books on Amazon that it just becomes like this morass
Hoarding,
of.
not actually reading books.
Exactly. Yeah, you're like, oh, that looks cool. And then you download it for free. And because you've paid nothing for it, you never read it. And also, it messes up with your also boards. You want your
Yeah.
also boards to be completely on point for the Amazon algorithms to push the right books to the right people. But if you've got
Yeah.
like Ted, who never reads fantasy, and now he's reading your book and giving you a bad review and messing up your also boards, that's not going to be good for anyone.
So you rather not have Ted.
Yes. Please, Ted, do not download my free book.
And perma-free, I know I had the legacy for quite a long time, perma-free, and there's a trick to doing it, isn't there? You can't just list your book on Amazon permanently free. You actually have to report yourself
Yeah, correct.
somewhere
So
else as a price match.
yes, to make something perma-free, you have to go wide, which means you can't be in the KU program. You have to publish on other retailers at $0, and then you report it to Amazon and say, please price match. And then Amazon may or may not price match it to zero for you. And that's how you set up a perma-free book.
If you are in KU, you do get to utilize their free days, where every 3 month cycle you have a certain number of free days.
Yes, because then your book stays
So,
in
and
KU, you still get the page reads, and hopefully you get the book is getting shown to the right audience.
things like this, when you have one book, it's quite easy to keep track, but when you have 30, so how do you manage your
Countdown deals.
Kindle countdown deals? Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. How do you manage your Kindle countdown deals? Like, what is your system to run them, to promote them?
I have a spreadsheet, and then the book one of like the first series gets promoted that month, and then it's book one of the next series, and then book one of the next series, and then so it's every 3 months. Book one of a certain series is promoted free.
And
Yeah.
do you then jump onto promotional sites to
Yeah.
just to because I have had a Kindle countdown deal where I've had a free listing and I don't think I've had a single time. It just
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. You have to pay for those free promos, otherwise no one's going to see it.
Have you ever heard of Tracy Garvis Graves?
No.
So she was one of the original like Amazon indie huge success stories. She even blogged about how her postman smoking crack because he put us like a six-figure check in the wrong mailbox type of thing. So she wrote a book called On the Island. And she's so nice. She actually agreed to do an author Q&A in the Secret Book Club. I never ended up actually taking her up on it because they were so badly attended. I actually got quite embarrassed. I was like, I'm not going to have someone of
Yeah.
that name come in, and then
Yeah.
there's no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did interview her for Authors Magazine, and so she wrote this book called On the Island, which was very much older woman, younger guy trope, very Blue Lagoon.
Mm.
And anyway, she said in that time, Kindle didn't have a lot of promotional things. Now they have so many that it's
Mm.
kind of saturated. But back then they didn't have a lot. And they had one that was called, I think it was called The Big Deal or something. And she just, by chance, featured, and her book, she just went nuclear, friend. Like she ended
Wow.
up signing a 3 book publishing contract with Penguin. It was a 7-figure publishing deal. I think they picked up On the Island, and because she was making so much money already, they had to
Yes.
give her so much money to get it. So she got a 7-figure deal. She then wrote the three books with them, and here's the interesting thing, then she went back to Indy.
Did she? Yeah, I mean, of
Yeah.
course she did. Why would
So
why would she stay with them?
at that time, and I mean, this was a good, I'd say 13, maybe more years ago, their deals worked because there weren't many. So Kindle
Yes.
readers would really scour those deals
Yes.
because say there's only 10 things that you can get today that are free or
Yes.
at a reduced price, you're going to grab them. Whereas now there's thousands every
Yeah.
day.
And also, their Kindles were probably quite new. They probably had like 50 books in there instead of like what do people have in their Kindles now? Just like
Like, I mean, stuff your Kindle day. I can't stand it. And I mean, I'm an avid reader. If I'm
yeah.
lucky, I can read. I used to be able to read 100 books a year, and that was when I was really moving. And I think, and I'm going to stuff a thousand books on my Kindle. It's going to take me 10 years to read them.
Yeah.
So, sorry, back to so you have a 3 month rotation for your first in
Yes.
series.
And then I
And
always try to get a book bub. That's the first thing I do, apply for a book bub every single month. And then I alternate between doing my own promo stack and using the written word promo stack.
I'm assuming you've had multiple book bubs. Let's just take one of your series, for example.
Mm.
What have you had the most book bubs for?
Sticky fingers, strangely enough.
Oh wow. Okay, so let's take Sticky Fingers. So you've had multiple
Book bugs.
book bags for Sticky Fingers. So do you not find that with each deal, the efficacy drops? Like you don't have as many people downloading because they've seen it before.
I think the efficacy of BookBub has been steadily declining over the
Yes.
years, but it is still the most powerful promo
Yes.
blast. Yeah, for sure. I probably would never turn down a BookBub. There's so many hungry readers on there. It's like even if you only break even, I think it's still worth doing.
So we have our Kindle Countdown deals free,
Yes.
and then we have our Perma free. So then another way that we can give books away freely is through as reader magnets. So on your
Yes,
platform, so
yes.
on platforms like
Book funnel.
Funnel and Story Origin.
Yes.
When we do this, we obviously wanting an email address in return to grow our mailing list because a mailing list is such a powerful marketing tool. Can you tell us a bit about that, about those sort of freebies and how effective that is?
Yeah, I think reader magnets have always been effective and they are still effective, even though I think marketing funnels are becoming less effective because people are a bit sick of them now. You know, you sign up for something and then you get the automated email, and then the next day you get the next automated email, and people are like, they're
Over it.
bored of that. They're like, they know it's a computer speaking, not the author. It's like give me
Yes.
something more here. You know, they want an adventure. They don't want to be put through a sausage factory funnel. So I think there's a lot of work to do for
Note to cancel automated email.
no, 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 no. Automations definitely work. There's a place for them. I'm just saying, like, looking forward, I'm not putting a lot of effort into reader magnets plus funnels because at the moment I don't have any reader magnets. I've used them in the past. I don't have any at the moment because I'm not focusing on my mailing list, even though that's like the biggest sin in indie publishing. It's like mailing list always comes first, right? I don't think I actually answered your question, which you said free book
Oh,
or chapter
yes.
or whatever. And in the past, it has been free books, right? But I've heard a lot of authors now, they just do an extra, like an epilogue chapter or something. So right at the end of the book, you've just fallen in love with the characters that they've had a happy ending. And then, like, before you even write the end of that story, you say, if you'd like the extra chapter I wrote about this couple's honeymoon or whatever, then you can get it here. And that's the reader magnet.
Oh, look, I've got magic happening. Did you see
Oh,
that?
how? I want that.
Cool. We'll do that when there's something really exciting happening. Okay, so another way that authors give their readers free books is through art copies, whether it's digital or those beautiful boxes that they
Yes.
present. And that is all review garnering, I think, and hype and building
Yeah.
prior to release.
I'll
Heard
probably
horror.
say what an ARC is for people who don't
Oh,
know.
yes. Yes, an
Advanced
advanced.
reader copy. And it's books that you give out for free to readers and reviewers to garner reviews and to get people excited about launches.
I've heard some horror stories. Look, there can be quite a substantial cost to the author if they're doing printed box. I've seen like beautiful boxes go out. And then I've seen some of the receivers of those boxes selling those copies. I think you have to be very, if you're going to go that route, and I'll be honest, it's not something that I'm even going to look at. Um, Purely because I don't ask my readers for anything, but if I release a book, I would ask them to buy it. Does that make sense?
I've
That's
heard
why.
of authors who have like 10,000 ARC reviewers.
I don't know how they get that right. I used to give away a lot of paperback books too. Like friends would come, "Oh, I've always wanted to read one of your books. Can I have one?" And in that respect, I think I've managed to put up some boundaries now. I'm like, no, no, you can't just have one because it cost me a lot of money.
Okay, Delport, I think we have a lot of stuff to do today. So shall we wrap up? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, that is it. I think we've done our freebies. So I think the way to go is definitely our Kindle countdown deals, and we just continue
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Let's definitely lock that in for next week's bonus episode. Shopify.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Do you want to do Shopify or translations? I can see your nose. That was Annie's nose.
Let's do one in the main episode, Shopify and translations, and one in the bonus.
Okay, perfect. Not sure what has more meat.
Probably the Shopify.
Shopify. Yeah.
We do translations and how that's going in the bonus episode.
Yay.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, JT, have a wonderful weekend.
You too, friend.
I'll see you next week.
Yes, enjoy tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll send you some photos.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.